Hello there. Hey, this is Mike here, Life Hacks in Real Estate. Today I want to talk about being able to persevere and follow through, because I don't want to mislead you. I sometimes get excited about real estate because I'm very passionate about it. And I had somebody say, well, man, that sounds great. Why isn't everybody doing it? Or, man, you make it sound so easy. I don't want to mislead anybody. Just like anything you're going to get in life, it's going to take work. You're going to have to persevere. You're going to have discouragement. I'm making it sound good, aren't I? You're going to have depression. You know, the boxer Mike Tyson, the one that talked like this, Mike Tyson said, everybody has a great plan until they get hit in the mouth, right? And sometimes in life, you're going to get hit in the mouth. It's not always going to go well. In fact, I've been doing a deal. I got an agreement signed on a particular property. I'm all excited. And then some family members said, wait a minute, you're selling too cheap, and they're trying to cut me out, and you stay away from her, and we want to buy it. And then the person I was supposed to be talking to, I thought, she said, talk to him. He's my advisor. I think when he found out that she was going to try to sell it, all of a sudden, he wouldn't return my calls. I think he's trying to buy it. Now, that's a beautiful thing right there about having a contract signed. You see, a contract is between two consenting adults, right? It basically says, hey, you've agreed to sell, I've agreed to buy. And so, but when you have these challenges, here's the question. Do you have the ability to stick with it, to keep it on, to not throw in the towel? Like today, I'm busy, I got stuff to do, but I've committed that for 100 days, I'm going to share some life hacks or some real estate tips, because I truly believe that I'm called to help a few people. I'm called to serve. I'm called to help. Now, if it's not you, God bless you. Go your separate ways. But I am going to be helping some people. I want you to be able to make some money. In fact, one of the things I'm excited about, as soon as I get somebody making a good-sized check, a $5,000 wholesale fee, or a $20,000 or $30,000, $35,000 flip fee, I want you to let me know, hey, Mike, I did this using some of your techniques. And I'm not after your money. I'm not looking for you to give me anything. But it's going to excite me, I'll tell you that, because when you're able to make a difference in somebody's life, it just makes you feel good. I had a guy call me today. His father had passed away, and he had done something to his water line in his house, didn't have a clue what to do, and he said, hey, can you help me fix this thing? And I went over there and I said, well, you got it totally bass-ackwards. You'll have to look up that word in the dictionary and figure out what that means. You got it bass-ackwards. But basically, that was a nice way of me saying, hey, you don't have it right? Now, I don't want to be a plumber. I have no interest in that. But I could see something through the lens of my eyes, through the lens of my former experience, that I could see what he couldn't see. He just looked at it and said, what's wrong? What's wrong? I said, well, give me this, this, and this. He had the stuff that he'd already bought it. And it didn't take me very long. I don't know. I probably worked on the thing for 10 minutes for him. It didn't take very long. I had him water. Now, the cool thing in real estate or in life in general, if you talk to somebody who has great life experiences, it's all right to take advice from them. I heard a guy one time, he said, I use the pile theory. The pile theory being, he said, I look at my pile, I look at their pile. And if they got a bigger pile than me, I can probably learn something. I can probably listen, right? But he said, if they have never done it, if they don't have any experience, in other words, if they got a small pile of success, why in the world would I ever take advice from that person? Well, that made sense to me. So anytime I find a mentor or a leader or somebody that I'm choosing to listen to, I want to know this. I ask myself this question. Do they have the ability to take me where I want to go? You see, if you talk to somebody that sold 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 200 houses, they can probably teach you how to make some money, right? Now, but if you let's say you talk to your brother-in-law and he's only bought one house in his life, or maybe nothing. He might even still live in his mom's basement. I don't know. And he goes, well, this is what I'd do if I was you. Shut up. Don't ever listen to somebody unless you think they make sense, unless they've got the life experiences that you need to have. Now, so here again, I want to kind of wind toward this. What is your why? Why do you do what you do? Because if you've got a strong enough why, you'll keep it on, even when it's not easy, even when it's not convenient. But if your why is weak, you see, if you say, Mike, I just want to get in real estate because I always thought that'd be neat, and I always thought it'd be nice to make a little extra money, you won't stick with it when times get tough. Because in every business, whether it's real estate, whether it's training horses, whether it's grooming dogs, whether it's cutting hair, I don't care what the business is. You might be a Band-Aid salesman, if there is such a thing. In every business in the world, there's going to be challenges. You see, but when you have a challenge, you have to stop and say, okay, why am I doing this? Maybe you're working because you need the money to help your kids. Maybe you want to pay for a kid's education. Maybe you want to buy your mom a house. You want to buy your grandma a car. I don't know what your why is, but when you've got a strong enough why, you can then stick with it. So I want you to the next day or two, ask yourself, why do I do what I want to do? In other words, when it comes time to get up and go to work Monday morning, do you get up and go to work because you just love that place? You can't wait to get there? Probably not, right? Or are you the kind of guy who says, I just want my boss to be happy, so I'm going to go and kiss up? Well, I don't really deal well with kiss ups. On the other hand, when you find something you enjoy, when you find something you like, here's the great news. It stops being work. Maybe you've never experienced that. But you see, I know with me, I get excited about going out and looking at a house. Yesterday we talked a little bit about driving around and finding houses that need work, or the house has some problems, or the grass is growing up, or there's a broken window. When I see stuff like that, I'm like, somebody said, what are you doing? I smell money. You know why? Because it's just flat out true. When you find a house that needs work, I had a guy tell me one time, he said, mold, I love it. I said, what? He said, oh yeah, mold is gold. I said, what are you talking about? I was new in the business back then. He said, you find a moldy house people are scared of? He said, I can fix that problem and I can get that house at a discount. You see, every single time we buy a property, if we can get a better deal when we go to exit the house, in other words, when we take care of our disposition strategy, when we sell it, in other words, we're going to build in our profit by buying it at a discount if we can. And by the way, I'm going to be showing you ways that you can buy a house at almost full price and still make a huge amount of profit. So just bear with me. But if I can buy a house at a better deal, I do like that, right? So work on the next day or two, work on your why. What is the reason that you were willing to do what you're willing to do? And what might be a reason why you would quit? See, I've started diets before, and by noon I'm off them. You can see that from looking at me, right? On the other hand, some people are very disciplined in that area. Maybe you're great at working out. Maybe you're not. I just know this. When I find something that I enjoy doing, I kind of like making money. I like the thrill of it. I like the game. I like the challenge. I mean, you can have $10,000 in the bank, and that's fine, but it's kind of nice to have another 1,000, right? That just makes sense. So stick with me. Give some thought today and tomorrow. What is your why? What are you willing to do when life gets tough? Like I said again, Mike Tyson said, everybody's got a plan until they get punched in the mouth. Don't you dare stop and think it's never going to happen. Look at the political climate around us. You get lying politicians. And I know that's hard to believe that politicians would lie, right? I mean, what's the odds? And both sides have corruption on both parties. So I'm not picking on your particular guy, even though I think your guy's an idiot. No, I'm just kidding you. But give some thought to what are you going to do and why are you willing to do it. And if you do this, when times get tough, and they will, you'll still be able to keep on keeping on. You see, there's nothing wrong with not getting knocked down in life, as long as you're willing to get back up. Are you willing to get up? Keep on. Don't play 9-inning baseball. Play till you win. Don't play 4-quarter football. Play till you win. I'll never forget one time I was on a church softball team. We was playing, and for some reason our team was having a really bad day. We'd throw the ball to our players. They'd miss it. It'd go flying by. And the other team said, let's call it a day. I think they were up like, 13-1 or something. And they were going to walk off the field. And I said, hold on. Are you guys forfeiting? And they said, what? I said, are you forfeiting? They're like, no, we're winning 13-1. We're having mercy. I'm like, I don't want your stinking mercy. I don't want your pity. We just got to get it together. Don't you dare walk off this field. You see, when you've got that kind of grit in life, you have a lot better chance of succeeding. So this is Mike talking about life hacks in real estate, and we'll talk again.